And now I will hand over the floor to our esteemed partners and ask them to tell us about their companies and the locations they are developing on this beautiful island. Square One, the company. Maxim, please.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to be present at this webinar organized by Nevestate. Thank you to Tatiana as well for giving me the floor. I represent the company Square One. My name is Maxim. Our company is located in Limassol. We have been on the market since 2017. We have more than 35 projects. 20 projects have already been built and 20 projects are currently in the development stage. We build in Limassol. We specialize specifically in the Limassol market. We position ourselves as a company that is focused on the investor first and foremost. All our projects are built in strategic locations in Limassol. That is, they are either close to the sea or near the main centers of commercial activity in Limassol. A little more about the Limassol market. The Limassol market itself is quite developed, first and foremost. There is real demand both among international investors and among the local population. I would like to note that currently more than 40,000 foreign specialists working in IT, Forex and related industries are employed in Limassol. In other words, Limassol has a strong economy as well as a commercial base that drives, so to speak, growth in the real estate market. From 2021 to the present day, the Limassol housing market has seen an average growth of more than 10%. If we look at central locations in Limassol, such as the city center, for example, we've seen growth of over 12%. We have built more than 30,000 square meters of residential real estate in Limassol. As I already mentioned, we are a company focused on investors and we offer, so to speak, two investment tools that optimize their investments. I'm sure this is primarily achieved through access to the growing real estate market in Limassol and through guaranteed rental income, which is provided via our partner organization, Moving Door. The market in Limassol is stable and in demand. Accordingly, there is an opportunity to earn through capitalization, property value appreciation, as well as passive income from renting out real estate.
We will talk about this with you a bit later today. Thank you, Maxim. And Inessa, I'd like to introduce you from Giovanni Homes. Where are you located? Where do you build? Please tell us about yourself.
Thank you, Tatiana. I'm happy to welcome everyone. And it means a lot that our beloved partner, Nevestate, invited us to this meeting. Giovanni Homes is a leading developer in Cyprus. We represent the southeastern coastal region, the cities of Ayia Napa and Protaras. We have been on the market for over 39 years. Next year, we will celebrate 40 years. Throughout our history, we have built more than 4,000 properties and completed over 120 projects. Our key distinction is a full cycle of client support, from selecting a property to its construction. As a rule, construction takes from 12 to 24 months. We also provide administrative support in the areas of legal and tax consulting. Additionally, we offer our clients support ranging from furnishing to leasing and full property management. We don't just create square meters, we create homes that bring joy and stable income. It is also worth noting that our projects are freehold, which means full ownership rights without restrictions and without borrowed funds.
Inessa, thank you very much. We know your company, we know Square One. I'm glad you're with us today. And now, of course, our main focus. What are the main concerns of investors who choose rental property as an investment? Let's think about it. Even in popular locations, there can be a low season. There's also the factor that prices are constantly fluctuating depending on the economic situation, the season, and the competition. And there's also the risk of the market dropping by 10 to 20%, which no one is immune to. Then you have to spend money on advertising, showings, and finding tenants. And as Inessa already mentioned, there are expenses like taxes, reporting, and insurance. To sum up all our pain points, even if you buy a good property at a good price, the income from it is far from always stable. That's exactly why there is a service called guaranteed yield. What does guaranteed yield include? What does this service look like? What percentage do you guarantee? And for what term do you sign the contract? Let's discuss this topic in detail and present your projects. Inessa?
Thank you, Tatiana. Guaranteed yield means a fixed annual percentage of rental income that we pay to the investor, regardless of seasonal fluctuations and occupancy rates. In Cyprus, this is typically between 4 and 6%. In some cases, it can reach up to 8%. Let's look at two of our projects for which we offer a guaranteed yield of 5%. How do we ensure this? Thanks to three key factors. The first is location. Our projects are always situated in tourist zones with high demand. Since Ayia Napa and Protaras are visited by 52% of all tourists who come to Cyprus, the demand for these properties during the season, which lasts 8 months, reaches up to 96%. Due to the high demand and high occupancy throughout the season, these figures are comparable to those in major cities like Limassol and Paphos. Lanaka, which operates year-round. Secondly, it's the quality of construction. The real estate retains and increases its value, especially our properties. And third, we have our own rental department. We have a separate company that handles full management. This means the owner doesn't have any headaches. We take care of the marketing, leasing, and management of the property. Today, we have a special offer on 2 properties. These are the Angelico lifestyle apartments. Modern apartments just 5 to 10 minutes walk from a beach with crystal clear water. They feature spacious layouts, modern design, and infrastructure for comfortable living. 2-bedroom apartments start at 240,000 euros plus VAT. Accordingly, 35% of the units in this project are still available. That means there are 2-bedroom units with sea and pool views. The rest have already been sold. Completion is scheduled for September 2026. The next project is Santa Elena. Luxurious residences with panoramic views of the Mediterranean Sea, located near the new Paralimni Marina, which is already in the sales phase and is significantly increasing the value of the area. The new Paralimni Marina will be launched in just a year.
You also wanted to tell us about your profitability table. Please share more about it.
Yes, that's absolutely right. Since we are a rental company, we prepare a detailed analysis for renting out the property. This applies to both apartments and houses. In other words, we prepare it upon request. This data is based on actual figures from last year. Accordingly, here you can see the occupancy rate, the daily rental price of the property, the gross income, the expenses, and ultimately the net income the investor receives. So, when a property is first put on the rental market, the first year shows the lowest income figures, because by the following year there will already be reviews and returning guests. As a rule, all our clients who come and stay this year are already planning ahead. They book for the next year in advance. So if you call me at the last minute tomorrow and say you want to rent a 2-bedroom apartment, unfortunately, I won't be able to help, because everything is fully booked.
All right. Thank you very much. Maxim, I'd like to ask you, what does your guaranteed income model look like? What does this service entail?
Yes, of course, I'd be happy to explain. Let me tell you about our guaranteed income model. The buyer signs a contract with the operator. In our case, that's the company Movendor. The company manages more than 350 apartments and has over 50 employees. This operating company, accordingly, under the contract, pays a fixed rental fee every month, regardless of whether the property is rented out or not. The company operates under a short-term rental license, the same as Airbnb or Booking.com. In practice, the apartments are rented out starting from 1 month. The average rental period is about 9 months. Accordingly, one of the advantages is stable income. The client can plan their cash flow because there is a fixed monthly rental payment that does not depend on occupancy. There are absolutely no operating expenses because all issues related to repairs and costs are handled by the management company. There are no risks of vacant periods because the client receives payments even when occupancy is 0. And this model is ideal for investors from abroad, right? Because when a client rents out an apartment on their own, it still requires involvement, even just to receive payments from their tenants. Our company does not require clients to sign a guaranteed rental agreement as a mandatory condition. Still, as an additional option, we are always ready to accept clients under this program, since we are confident that our apartments will be rented out.
Can you tell us about the projects?
Let's start with our flagship project called The Collection. The property is located in the very heart of Limassol. That is, it's in the historic center, 100 meters from Limassol's main commercial street, where various boutiques are located. It's basically the main shopping street of Limassol. 100 meters from the property, you'll also find the Limassol City Hall and the campus of the Limassol Technical University, which has more than 70,000 students. The property itself is also just 500 meters from the sea, right in the heart of Limassol. The property consists of 72 apartments, 6 floors, a rooftop pool, its own gym, a lounge area, and an IT service that operates 24 hours a day. Studio apartments are available with prices starting from 257,000 euros plus VAT. There are also 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom apartments. The property will be completed in 2028. We expect the value of the apartments to increase by 25 to 30%. Here on this slide, you can see a screenshot of the Movendor's website. This is the user page specifically. Here you can see the location of all the properties as well as the occupancy and monthly rental prices. Next, the following property I want to present is the Olivia Project. Here, prices start from 290,000 euros plus VAT. Euros plus VAT is for 2-bedroom apartments. Here we have a guaranteed yield starting from 5%. The property is located in the Ioannis district. This is a very promising area that is actively developing. It is within walking distance to the historic center and 1 kilometer from the marina. This is the so-called Limassol port, a recreational area, a yacht port, and a zone with a large number of restaurants, coffee shops, and stores. The project is of a boutique design. There are only 10 apartments here. On the upper floors, there are 2 apartments per floor. All our apartments are open plan, meaning the living room is combined with the kitchen, separated by a floor-to-ceiling panoramic window and door, which leads to a large, spacious, open veranda. There are also penthouse apartments available, priced at 389,000 euros plus VAT, as well as 399,000 euros plus VAT. Our penthouse apartments are over 156 square meters. Here's another property for you to consider, so to speak. This property, 6 residences, is located in the Neapolis area. It's in the center of Limassol, 500 meters from the sea. The Acti Olympian beach is the best beach in Limassol. This is also a boutique property with only 12 apartments in total. Currently available is a 2-bedroom apartment of 77 square meters, also with a covered veranda of 20 square meters, making a total area of 97 square meters, priced at 379,000 euros plus VAT. A large, spacious apartment with 2 bathrooms in the heart of Limassol, just 500 meters from the sea. So this is the perfect property for people who want to have their own home in Limassol, live within walking distance of the sea, and be right in the center of Limassol.
It looks great on rental platforms. I know you have a lot of projects in the works, so we'll be looking forward to seeing them beautify the city. Let's summarize, colleagues. What service are we actually offering our clients? This is a yield, a guaranteed return of 5 to 8% per year. The management company assumes all risks related to tax payments, utility bills, and maintenance. And accordingly, even if the apartment happens to be vacant without a tenant for some time, our client does not lose any income. Their return remains stable. The contract will be signed for a minimum of 3 years.
I would also like to add something for our viewers, as this is very important. Since I work directly with clients and also travel a lot to different countries on business trips, I'd like to mention something important. Viewers might reasonably ask, who exactly are your valued clients anyway? Well, here in Cyprus, since the significant percentage of Russian-speaking tourists has noticeably decreased over recent years, the vast majority, still approximately 50% of all incoming tourists, are now primarily from England. These individuals are typically stable and reliable clients with consistently good incomes who frequently come and comfortably stay here for extended periods. Next, we have the Scandinavian countries, Norway, Sweden, Denmark. Then, German-speaking Europe is very fond of Cyprus, especially during the cooler periods, either at the start of the season in March, April, or in October and November. And now we also have visitors from nearby European countries. A lot of people come from Israel, especially for the weekends. Lebanon also visits. And there are new markets that the government of Cyprus is developing, including organizing many delegations. These are Poland, Bulgaria, Romania, and Slovakia. So these are the categories of tourists who come to us. I would also like to note that in general, there are 2 main rental strategies: short-term rentals and long-term rentals. Short-term rentals are rented out by the day. Accordingly, from experience, I can say that with short-term rentals, wear and maintenance costs are much higher. With long-term rentals, wear and tear is significantly less, but we provide support and clients search for both strategies. As for guaranteed rentals, our rental company will handle that, taking all the headaches upon itself.
Excellent. I believe that guaranteed returns can be an excellent solution for our investors, for our clients, and I think our wonderful partners will support us in providing this service. Yes, thank you to everyone who stayed with us until the end. And Inessa, I suggest you announce the offer that your company has prepared for those who stayed with us until the end of the webinar. Please announce what we can offer for your projects until the end of August for our clients.
I am very excited about this unique offer for those who are watching this webinar and submit a direct application to Nevestate for the Santa Elena Project. These are 3-bedroom houses with a private pool, a gated community, top-class construction, where each client will have the opportunity to choose their own finishing materials and tiles. We are offering a discount of 50,000 euros. That is, our official sales launch price will start from September 1st. The price of a 3-bedroom house starts from 585,000 euros plus VAT. For your clients, we are offering exclusive pre-sales starting today and running through the end of August. A special price of 535,000 euros. That's why I believe this is a unique opportunity. I recommend taking advantage of it.
This is the best offer until summer. You have the chance not to miss out and to submit an application before the end of August. We work with each client individually and we will provide personalized consultations for every case, meet with with you and showcase your wonderful projects. Colleagues, thank you so much for your time. Thank you to our listeners as well, and let's stay in touch. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. Bye, everyone.
Wishing you success.